Greetings all and welcome to Dave's Craft Room. I'm Dave, and on today's video, I have an epic quilt planned. It's time to make another double wedding ring quilt, kind of. The tea is I have made a double wedding ring quilt before. It was an undertaking. It was a huge undertaking. Actually, looking back, it only took me about 8 days to make the quilt top, and then several weeks working intermittently to hand quilt it. But this time I had a new idea and I have some templates here. What I have here is the template, the Double Wedding Ring templates by Charlene Jorgensen. And the tea about templates is I never buy templates. Or I'm a hypocrite because I did buy these. But I normally never buy templates because you can make everything with this ruler. You literally can. Triangles even, it has a 30-degree and 45-degree and 60-degree lines on it. That's gonna cover the vast majority of shapes you wanna make. You just need one ruler and you can make all the shapes. The exception being anytime there's a curve involved. And in that case, I still wouldn't buy templates because I'm like, I'm only gonna probably use it for one quilt. So in that case, I would sooner make my own out of cardboard. And yeah, they're not gonna be as sturdy and as durable, but I only need them for one quilt. But apparently I am a hypocrite because I did buy these. The reason I did is because I had an idea for a scrap quilt. I don't think it's necessarily an original idea. It's probably been done before. But I want to make a scrap quilt. I want to make a reverse double wedding ring quilt. The background is pieced and the rings are solid black. This is the template set. And it comes with this chunk. And by the way, this paper peels off. I'm resisting peeling it off for now, but it peels off. And then it's clear. So you could use this to fussy cut as well because you can see through it. And then, yeah, this, okay, they're like fastened onto the cardboard. I guess it's time to remove them. This little piece here is gonna be for if you want to piece your arcs, or they also have the bigger chunks, so you don't have to do that. And then there's a book. Does your machine eat fabric? H, C, D, and E. H, C, well, this is piece E. E and D for seamless arcs. What's piece G for? I want to know what piece G is for. Control F. Oh, these are felt chunks. These are felt, what are they called here? Adhesive felt grips that prevents it from sliding on the fabric. Oh, I see what's happening. Finally, I figured it out. Okay. Okay, so I need to use piece H. I'm trying to figure out why is there this piece and this piece? And this piece for that matter. But the tea is that these pieces are if you're making scrappy with this, you can cut fabric out of this huge chunk and then use this to trim it down. That way you don't have to do this every single time. It's easier to cut a big chunk and then cut it up into small pieces. Okay. And this is piece B. Okay, so we need actually templates H. This is H. C, D, and E. All the rest of these can get put away. All right, let's peel the paper off. So what I'm gonna do is actually piece strange shaped scrap chunks and then use this template to cut the shapes out of it. This piece H, I'll use on the black fabric to cut black arcs. For my piece C, which is this piece, I'm going to piece long strips onto adding machine tape and then cut this out of it. And by the way, when you have a curve like this, I originally thought I was gonna need a different rotary cutter because I thought my rotary cutter was gonna be too big. But I tried it yesterday and I actually can get in there with the regular rotary cutter. So I'll do that. Let's put some of these grips on. Like, how many should I do? Right, so let's finish this. Let's get Mount Scrapmore out and start the piecing. I can tell you, I explained more in details how I pieced the curves in my previous double wedding ring video. Now that I own these templates, perhaps I will make more double wedding ring quilts. I think it's cool to use this on like interesting fabrics, like maybe t-shirts or blocks that I've pieced. So work. Piece D, this is piece D, and this is very controversial in my brain because the thing is that this is going to be black and then I'm going to be sewing black onto black. And then I thought, what if I could, I don't know, what if I could cut that black out of one piece? But the thing is that I have a template and I just don't think, I don't know that I can pull it off accurately. in any other way other than by using this template and just sew the black onto black. So that's what I'm gonna do. It'll be fine. It won't take up that much time. It does come with a whole book of instructions. I'm not going to read it, but it comes with a book of instructions. Cool, so let's start by just piecing a bunch of scrap chunks. Look what I found. If you're new to my channel, welcome. I publish new quilt videos like this every other Tuesday, and please subscribe to my channel. And by the way, be sure to check out my other double wedding ring video. You can find a link in the description box below. I need 10 more. Yeah, 30 I guess is good. I have the chunks. These are all the chunks that I trimmed off, and I'm gonna use these and sew them onto the adding machine tape to make this piece, this wedge piece. So I'm gonna do that. All right, these are the adding machine paper tape chunks, and now I'm gonna cut this out of them. All right, so this is how far I got right now, and I ran out of black fabric, so I went to the fabric store this morning to get more. I'm washing it now. I've made a decision that I am going to do the scalloped border just because I feel like it looks good this time, and I've never done it before, so I kind of want to try the scalloped border. I was originally planning to cut these in half, but the other half of this football on the other side, but now I realize I need to make complete footballs all the way around. So that means I have to piece more of these eyeball slits. So I'm gonna piece more of those, and then by then the black should be out of the washer and dryer, and I can cut the rest of these pieces and also sew the footballs together. So ultimately, I need to get the footballs sewn together next. So here I go. All right, I've now cut everything out and I can now sew up the footballs, and this is how, it's the same way I did it last time, but you sew this together and then you sew this onto here. So, here I go. Okay, I'm doing the other part of the eyeball now, this part here. And I don't have time to sit there and pin. That would take me way too long if I should pin each one. So instead I'm just winging it, and basically what I do is the seams where they cross, they need to line up about a quarter of an inch from the edge. So that's where the seams are gonna, kind of meet. And I just eyeball it and then wing it. Shove it in. Do the one, and then put the other one here. Hold it. When I feed it in, bring my little curved seam around. It has to be perfect. Line up the ends, make them beautiful and lovely. And that's it. And then we kind of check how we did. All right, I mean, it's all right. Maybe you can see it. So it's pretty close to good, to perfect. That's gonna be good enough on this day because it would take me hours if I needed to pin it, and I don't have that kind of time. So I'm doing it this way, and hopefully we can finish this soon. I have like 100 of these. I mean, literally, I think I have 97 actually. I have 97 of these footballs to do. So here I go. Why am I short one? I am short one! Woo! Alright, I guess I have to make one more. Okay. Alright, that's a wrap on today. I don't feel like doing any more. Tomorrow I think I'm going to probably piece the rows together. Maybe we'll do some more. We'll see. What to do first? I guess we should put the tops on. The way I like to mark it is with a crease. Just finger press a crease in. Pin where the crease is. If you can find it. There it is. It's a little lumpy, but hopefully it buffs out. No, it's alright. It's laying flat. Yeah, when you're dealing with this many curves, you're gonna have a little bit of waveriness. It'll buff. That's good. That's pretty good. That's not lumpy, really. Cool. So I'm gonna sew these chunks together and then sew those chunks together to a row. This step I am gonna pin because this is a longer stretch. It's a little bit more important to me that I get it perfect. You know what? I was gonna just sew up this batch. I think I have 6 here. Now I feel like might as well just take all of them, do them all in one go. Last time I made a double wedding ring quilt, I did do everything in very small batches because I was just learning how to do everything and I just could only handle a small batch at a time. Now I feel like I can probably just take the whole quilt down and do all the blocks. Why not? This is gonna take me forever to pin, but I do feel like if I pin them all right now, it would be better. I would be better off. So I am just gonna sit here and pin all of these. There's not that many. How many? 6 rows times 7. What is 6 times 7? 42? There's 42 of these to do. So that's not that bad. I've already done 6. I just pin them in one place because there's landmarks to tell where they're supposed to go. Okay, I've separated it out into what footballs go with this row so that we can have a zigzag here. Now I'm gonna sew these on and then sew the row together, and that's how I'm gonna proceed with each one. So here I go. This is the back. And I'm gonna do the inside out method because I think that's gonna work best for, oh, this goes on the ground first. I think that's gonna be best for the edge because I don't have enough black left to make the bias binding. So I'm gonna do it the inside out method. Oh, this is where the opening's gotta go, the edge. Okay, there's no corner on this quilt, but there's this huge circular edge. That's the biggest individual seam. So that's where the opening has to go. Oh, this is gonna take a minute. All right, now let's turn this inside out and hope that that actually worked. Where's the opening? Here's the opening. The opening is the corner. All right, here we go. Clutch the end and birth it. Oh, that was not hard at all. Now let's see if we can make it beautiful and lovely by pushing out all the edges. We have to push them out. Push. Like this. Good. That inside corner is not beautiful. Okay, I can deal with that. I can deal with that. It's not beautiful, but once I sew it down, I think I can beautize it. Okay, yes. It's not gonna be easy, but I can beautize this. You know, the thing about this is that not too many people really do this, and so I couldn't really find a tutorial. This is one of those times when I just have to think about how it might work and then try. What's the worst that can happen? I ruin a scrap quilt? It's a scrap quilt. Just pushing out those edges. I'm gonna then sew them down in a minute. That's good. That edge is good. Yeah, these inside corners are really ugly right now, but I'm gonna fix them. I hope I can fix them. I don't think I mentioned yet, but I am gonna sell this on eBay, and that's just because sometimes I'm gonna sell the quilt on eBay. I need to make some money so that I can keep doing the channel. You know what I mean? And I get a little bit of money from the monetization, but not that much. Not enough to cover the expenses. But that being said, I want to say, like, this is a scrap quilt, and I don't really know the real official techniques on how to do these edges, like, the right way. I'm just flubbing along, so I don't want anyone to think if they receive this, you know, that I didn't do it right. Well, I'm not doing it right. I just want people to understand that. Because I'm just guessing, and I'm just goofing around, you know what I mean? And who really knows? And what is the truth? That was a lot of questions. Okay, this is actually working and turning out good. I was worried for a second that I effed it up, but it's all right. All right, I'm gonna do the rest of this edge off camera and then I'll come back. I wanna show you my progress of my hand quilting. At this point, I will have done most of the outsides of the circles, and then now I'm working on the insides. And the way that I'm doing that is I go around the circle, the top of it to there, and then I travel under the fabric over to there and do the top of the next circle. And then I can do it separately, the bottom of the circle, and go, you know, from one up to here, travel to there, and then la 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 up to here, and then travel to there. And then that's how I can do the whole insides of the circles in a row without having to break thread every single time. Because when I initially started, I was breaking thread. I was doing the circle, break thread, do the next circle, break thread, and that was taking forever. And this I feel like is better. I'm also going across here, and then before I'm done, I'm also gonna go across this way, and that's it. You know, I was like trying to do small stitches. I'm just not very good at doing the small stitches yet and making them even. I'm like kind of too used to doing a lot of big stitch embroidery floss quilting, which is like a style of quilting that I'm a big fan of. And this is not that, but like I still try to make the stitches small. Inevitably, they end up getting bigger as I go along. But you know what? They're gonna hold my quilt together, and that's all that really matters. So I'm just gonna continue hand quilting it. This is the final result. It turned out so good, and if you want to bid on this quilt, you can find a link to the eBay auction in the description box. The auction is going to go for 1 week. That's going to be all for today's video. Thank you for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe to my channel, and please come again.